My name is Nobel Prize winner Rhapsody, and welcome back to Slay the Spire. It's time to go into the high Ascension Heartbreaker grind yet again with the Silent. We've just got the Silent and the Defect remaining with their 20s on those wins. Oh, lose all gold for 2 random colorless cards, hell yeah. Dramatic Entrance, deals 6 damage to all enemies. That's an 8, okay, sure. As well as Forethought, put a card from your hand to the bottom of your draw pile. It costs 0 until played. The upgrade being putting any number of cards from your hand on the bottom of your draw pile, and they cost 0 until played. Kinda unlikely to utilize that, TBH. I mean, I guess I'll put a strike on the bottom here. Just because it's 2 card negative from your hand, so you have to have like a real surplus of draw before it's something that you actually like really want to consider. But I mean, I already have it in the deck, so I may as well make advantage of what I have. I'm taking none of those. The Dramatic Entrance is going to be pretty good here in the early game, but it will ramp off. Ramp off? No, it will fall off quite quickly. Alright, come on, damn it, you couldn't just give me another strike there? Oh, that's all I wanted. Apparently they were all waiting the next hand. Dagger Spray for a little bit more AoE seems like a relatively good pickup here. I do like to pick up the first AoE card that I find on the Silent, despite the fact that I already had one. Jutsu Bracelet. Normal enemy combats are no longer encountered in question mark rooms. More than happy to have it. Not taking a Curse of Doubt here because it's going to be a while until we have the opportunity to remove that. And in High Ascension, that just feels like a bad idea. Cool, while I can't afford to play every card in my hand, I guess it's worthwhile, sure. As my deck gets better, Forethought will get worse. Deadly Poison? Yeah, I'll take it. I've got a Deadly Poison and a Dagger Spray. That Forethought and that Deadly Poison make me feel a little bit uneasy about how the Gremlin Knob fight would go in particular. We'd have to draw Neutralize on the right turn for us to have like a really good time there. But with the Dramatic Entrance and the Dagger Spray, I feel pretty good against the Sentinels. And then with the Deadly Poison, I feel pretty good against the Lagavulin. So it's a weird position to be in. I don't think I can go for that elite just because of that. Upgrading Deadly Poison is extremely important because that's pretty much how we're going to get through our boss. And we've seen recently examples of how it's very, 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 very important to not underestimate the poison build. Not that I was routinely underestimating the poison build beforehand, but specifically in High Ascension. If you can get the poison build together, hell yes, please go for it, because it is going to have a relatively good chance against the Hearts. Probably not going to get our kill here, are we? Oh no, we did. Awesome. Get my money back. Predator, sure, I'll just take a copy of that for some damage. That's probably now going to be my prioritized upgrade. Smiling Mask. The Merchant's card removal service now always costs 50 gold. More than happy to have it. I mean, there's a Deadly Poison, sure. We'll open up the fight this turn. Didn't really want to, but okay. Would have been nice to put Predator on the bottom there, but then I would have floated 1 energy anyway, so doesn't really seem like a good idea for me. I was really hopeful I would get a good draw this turn. Unfortunately, getting all of my defenses that turn, not typically what I would refer to as a good draw. If I got a little bit more offense earlier, I could have saved myself that 12 there. Lagavulin goes down. We get the Blood Vial at the start of each combat, heal for 2 HP, as well as probably another Deadly Poison. I'll heal for 22 here rather than do anything else. Ooh. Alright, I'll offer the Forethought here, and that gets me a full heal. Okay. 2 down in the first turn. While I'll be taking 5 damage here, still feel like I'm in a relatively good position as a result of that. Okay, that frontliner is now dead. It was just really important that I make sure that the Gremlin Wizard doesn't get another turn after that. Yeah, because the 30, call me crazy, but the 30 just doesn't seem like a good idea to take. Third Deadly Poison. All right, that's probably the point at which we stop taking Deadly Poisons. I was going to avoid this Elite, but the fact that we got like full heal makes it a lot easier. Oh, damn. 2 Deadly Poisons in the first turn as well as most of my defense cards. That's really good for us. I'll pick up the Artifacting here just so that I don't get vulnerable. I mean, enemy's dead next turn 95% of the time. Actually, I do want to lose a little bit more HP here. If I play the Survivor 95% of the time, they're dead the next turn. Is what I was debating there. So basically, whether or not I play the Survivor. You get the Potion Belt as well as an attack potion. The reason that I wanted to lose HP is because the Hexaghost is going to be particularly punishing on turn 2 if I have a bunch of HP. So that's a little bit of a concern of mine. Probably take none of those. Looking for an upgrade on another Deadly Poison. That's really how we're going to be winning these early fights. That's really unfortunate. So we got the Neutralize on that turn, which means that we aren't going to have the weakness applied this turn. I have to play that Deadly Poison. It's too important. So I'm just going to be taking 14 damage here, unfortunately. Beautiful. So after this, I actually probably would look for a burst. It's not something that I, typically find myself looking for, but I'll take it in this sitch. Obviously, Adrenaline is still high up there as well. With a poison build, because I've got a timer on my enemies, I guess, well, obviously Corpse Explosion. Let's obviously not overlook that. But the Wraith Form also has a huge contribution to possibly make to this deck. Sweet. Here you can see most of our damage has been committed already through the poison. Thank you very much. Malaise. Malaise does buy you a lot more time to fight enemies. I do like 1000 Cuts. I like having 1000 Cuts, Dagger Spray, Dramatic Entrance. Corpse Explosion would have been a card that I would take here for the AoE effect, right? Especially because next floor has a lot that you really need to account for in terms of AoE fights. I could take a TC here. It's not that bad. So TC makes us better against the Gremlin Leader, Elite Fight next floor. Makes us better against the, depending how early we draw it, against the Bronze Automaton. And better against the Collector, as in the final bosses. Also makes us better against the Slavers if we draw it early enough to play it rather than have to prioritize defense instead. Malaise makes us better against the Book of Stabbing, and definitely not the Automaton. Not really the Collector. Not really the Slavers. The Gremlin Leader is actually kind of effective against if you can afford the energy cost. And it's not really good against the Collector. It's only good against the Chomp. Alright, I'll be taking the 1000 Cuts here. Damn. So this is difficult because we have the 1000 Cuts and we have the Predator. The Predator is not only a 2-cost card in the deck, but it's also draw. Delayed draw, albeit, but still draw. And 1,000 cuts is 2 cost. And is something that you should obviously try and prioritize, and then is incentivizing playing multiple cards afterwards, right? So to pass up energy here is really difficult to do. And the only energy that we have access to right now is Runic Dome. Gain energy at the start of your turn, you can no longer see enemy intents. Now, the reason that I haven't been taking this is because of the variance that exists in the heart fight. Which is to say that on turn 1, the heart buffs and trashes your deck. On turn 2, it either does a giant hit or the 15-time hit. It's a 50-50. Then turn 3, it does the other one, the one that it hadn't yet done, and then it repeats. So unless you're overprotecting against both big hits as well as multiple small hits, it's important that you know what damage is coming in. I don't think I can rely on that, especially because we're in Ascension 20 and the normal enemies, elites, and bosses have more challenging movesets and abilities. I'm going to be less good, despite the fact that I've played a lot of Ascension 20 now. I wouldn't say as much of it has been a success as I would have liked. I would say that I'm probably not at the position where I can actually accurately gauge the intents of my enemies accurately. Whereas in the lower Ascensions, this would be Runic Dome every single time. I'd just snap pick it and then I'd go, cool. For the rest of the episode, I'm just going to tell you what my enemies are going to do, and then you're just going to have to believe me, and then most of the time it would be correct, and then sometimes it'd be wrong and I'd die, but damn. This isn't a particularly defensive deck either, so to take the Runic Dome would be oftentimes just to allow myself to die because I can't see the amount of damage that I have to block and don't have enough block cards to just play an excess of block anyway. I'm worried that if I take the Calling Bell, I might just get 3 curses that completely destroy me, but normal enemy combat's another in question mark room, so I have a higher chance to be able to remove cards from my deck as well as access shops, and shops only cost 50 gold for the merchant's card removal service. So I'm actually going to take the Calling Bell here. Both of these options are kind of very low tier boss relics, but the Runic Dome, I believe, would just kill me. Clumsy, don't really care about. Shame, Doubt is actually pretty bad for this deck. Pantograph at the start of boss combat heal for 25 HP, as well as the Incense Burner. Every 6 turns gain 1 intangible, as well as Anchor, gain 10 block on turn 1. You know, that's all I can say. You know what I mean, right, though? I think that's a pretty good descriptor. I gotta upgrade that TC as early as I possibly can. A lot of curses in the deck. Not loving it. Whew. Good thing I don't have any defensive cards in my hand this turn. Oh wait, no, I wanted those! Alright. We'll take our 5 lumps here. Really? Alright. Attack potion, gonna have to generate. Yep. Straight up damage, because I'd really rather not die in this combat. I know, call me sentimental. Take a poison potion, as well as a well-laid plans here, which is gonna give me the ability to set up catalysts and bursts later on. Should I want to, and I do want to. Unfortunate that my intangibility gets wasted on attacks that I actually can't lower. Actually could have put that frontliner on the ground instead of playing the defend. That would have been the correct action. Alright, there goes Clumsy. Sweet. Goodbye, bud. Hello. If we had the extra energy, a pre-upgraded skill would totally tick the box for me. As it stands, I'm actually just looking at that dash for some extra block. Remove a card and upgrade a random card. You know I want to do that. Let's get that doubt out of here. Upgrades a strike, unfortunately. Okay, we'll upgrade the 1,000 cuts because that's incredibly important to do as early as we can. Take a Writhe for a relic. At the moment, it looks like this deck is just going to die extremely soon, so I think I have to take risks. Meat on the bone. If your HP is at or below 50% at the end of combat, a heal for 12 HP. More than happy to have it. It's going to provide us with a ridiculous amount of health. 1,000 cuts is actually probably not as important as just stacking the poison on the enemy here. Snecko can be pretty rough for us, dependent on how lucky or unlucky we get. Like, that is a really defensive turn for us, and we still got dunked on. Yikes. Well, at least we heal 12 HP at the end of this combat. And 2 HP at the start of every combat. I mean, basically the only reason we're still alive. I'll take a blur here. It's obviously a very optimistic blur. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Oh, sweet. 10 damage, right? In High Ascension? Oh, that's 9. Okay. The boot, whenever you deal 4 or less unblocked attack damage, increase it to 5. So that would affect Neutralize and Dagger Spray at this point. Yeah, alright. Still need to remove the rest of those curses from my deck, though. Okay. Hopefully they both attack this turn. Hey, only one, though. I'm going to retain the Survivor and take 1 damage this turn because I'm heavily concerned with just taking a bunch of damage next turn. Yeah, it looks like that was probably a good concern to have. Without the extra energy, I'm finding it really difficult to find the time to play TC here. Yeah, we're just dead this turn, right? 7. Yeah, we're dead. The dash would have given me 7 block due to the frailty, so I would have had 14 versus the incoming 18. We had no way to weaken the enemy that turn. So I needed to pick up more defensive cards earlier there, but I also did need an energy relic that I could actually take. Lose 6 max HP for a random rare. Love it. Pocket Watch. Whenever you play 3 or less cards during your turn, draw 3 additional cards at the start of your next turn. So higher cost cards are now more incentivized. There's a 2 elite 3 rest path? I prefer this version of it though. Provides the same though. I'm actually just going to triple defend here rather than accept a bunch of damage. Okay. So we take 4 damage this turn in order to remove one of the targets from the fields. Good lord, the Acid Slime is just not letting up. Hell. we stop with all of this as it's slime? It's a bit much. I'm purposefully not playing a strike there just so that I get the extra draw this turn because, yeah, the extra draw makes it pretty damn likely I'm going to have 3 strikes in this hand, so I've got the lethal. Cloak and Dagger is a bit difficult to play as a result of having Pocket Watch. Just because it plays 2 cards. So it'll invalidate my Pocket Watch a lot of the time, so it invalidates my draw. So I'll probably turn all of those down there. So yeah, a lot of the time I'm going to have to decide actively to have a less impactful turn just so that I get the extra draw the turn after. I just go for kill here. So it's not necessarily going to be wrong if I end a turn without using all of my energy here. I'll make that clear. No. Crippling Cloud, I would take. Neutralize, I would probably consider. I don't want to pair a Parasite, so. Damn. Didn't even see the pair for the Crippling Cloud. So what am I looking for here? A turn where neither is attacking? It's probably a little optimistic. So that's full defense, plus I managed to get 1 of their curl-ups down. Beautiful. Alright, 3 strikes in the next hand has the kill. Oh, you are kidding me. Delightfully devilish, Seymour. It is raining outside. I'm gonna take the footwork. It is raining outside, which I only mention because I specifically waited until the rain ended before I started recording, because it was very loud and also thunder was occurring. Here's hoping that doesn't just start back up again and ruin this recording session. I do apologize for the sound of any rain and or thunder that you can hear. I am in the process of soundproofing this room, but a process is just that. Alright. Sweet. Got away with only playing 3 that turn as well. So I'm going to have to play this a lot more slow and steady than I typically like to play, but if that's what I got to do, that's what I got to do, and that's what I got to do, so that's what I'll do. Beautiful. Eviscerate is high costs, but it's intended that you lower the cost over time. I think I'll take a Flying Knee here, because it sets me up better to utilize the second turn of the Pocket Watch. Both the footwork and the neutralize upgrade here are pretty important. I'm actually going to go for this elite, but only because I have this power potion. Noxious Fumes, obviously, here. Nice. Explosive Potion is also going to do some serious work in this combat, which is nice, obviously. I don't really need to take any more damage. I'm going for the extra draw next turn, by the way. That's why I didn't play another strike. It's very important to get the extra draw on this turn, just because... Yeah, I'm not going to use the Explosive Potion here. Just because it'll help prevent the Dazed from effectively diluting my hand. Beautiful. Noxious Fumes is doing excellent work here. I was basically going to be looking for Noxious Fumes or probably Well-Laid Plans I also would have taken, actually. TC as well, so 1,000 Cuts. All quite welcome. Vajra started combo with 1 strength. I do like that. Skewer as well is a nice way for us to dispose of a lot of energy, as well as get some effect from the Vajra, because Skewer is a multi-hit dependent on how much energy you have when you cast it. Tiny chest, gain 30 gold. You are 10% more likely to find treasure in question mark rooms. I only ever really like picking that up on the first floor, but we got it here on the first floor, so I'm fine with that. I'll lose some money for the bronze scale. Started combat with 3 thorns. Nice. Quite good for us, that. Upgrade the neutralize. Now I'm probably going to have to start looking into defensive options at this point. Just because I feel a little short on them. Like, sure, I've the... Again, I elected not to play an extra card that turn. Sure, I have the footworks, but is that enough? Answer is no. Ooh, do I take an Envenom here? Skewer as a multi-hit. No, I'm incentivized not to play many singular hits just because of the extra draw from the pocket watch. Extra draw is ridiculous, right? It is insane. I'll be taking a piercing whale here, actually. I can't use the flying knee here. As much as I wanted the energy for next turn, an unupgraded flying knee wouldn't have woken up the Lagavulin, but the fact that it's upgraded means it would have. Okay. He's accepting some damage here, but that's okay. Beautiful. That is a ridiculously easy Lagavulin fight right there. War Paint as well as a Steroid Potion. Obviously, before we take the War Paint, we'll take a Piercing Whale. Cool. Just so I have the chance to upgrade it. I didn't count the neutralized damage that I did. For some reason, I was like, oh yeah, the neutralized damage doesn't even count towards the damage that I'm doing to this enemy. I'm just weakening this enemy this turn. And completely ignore the fact that I was resulting, or rather I'd played a card that has resulted in me taking damage. Oh no. Not a good job right there, Ryan. Not a good job at all. All's well that ends well, and this looks like it's going to end well. Corpse Explosion. That's what I'm looking for after this first boss. Just because we don't yet have any AoE in the deck. Thank you, Leg Sweep. Yes, please. Upgrading that Leg Sweep is incredibly important. The extra turn of weakness between the two on Neutralize and the 3 on Leg Sweep, we should be able to perma weaken the Hexaghost here. Lovely. I should have used the smaller Piercing Whale there. For some reason, I just didn't. I'll elect to get the extra draw next turn. Nice multi-hit right there. I like the bit where you took a bunch of damage for hitting me. Okay. That's a easy turn to stack up the weakness. Alright, I'm going to take the damage to this burn. We can have difficulty pumping out enough damage to kill this Hexaghost as early as I would like. I'm not happy giving up 2 cards worth of value in order to get the trigger of the Pocket Watch there, so... decided to kick in more myself. Mm-hmm. This is the kind of thing I was worried about. We got 15 damage out of the steroid potion there, which is nice. Unfortunately, all of the burns in the deck are now upgraded, and gosh, there are a lot of them. That's 12 damage right there. 12 incoming as well, so 24 protection. I would need to play 2 defense here as well as a flying knee. Okay. If I have to use the explosive potion, I can decide that this turn. Never mind, don't need to. Good. There's Envenom 1000 cuts as well. Burst is not even it's a complete non-starter here. I mean, unless I want to pivot away from the Pocket Watch. Like, I can burst a Leg Sweep and burst a Piercing Wail and feel pretty good about those. And because I have the footwork, I can burst normal defense and feel pretty good about those as well. I could use this as the basis and then spring off into a completely different style of deck and just start picking up poison. I definitely can't use Envenom. It's just not going to stack up high enough, fast enough here. Burst is good for that, right? Stacking up high enough, fast enough, because you can burst a Catalyst, and that is one of the best ways that you can get ahead of the curve. I'm going to take it. I think we need to pivot. Wow, okay. Absolutely none of these are what we were looking for in terms of extra energy. So removing 2 cards from my deck is probably not what we want to go for. Calling Bell, definitely not here. We don't have the extra bonuses that allow us to remove them a little faster, and even last time we didn't remove them fast enough. So we'll go for the Astrolabe, transform 3 cards and upgrade them. I feel like it's probably going to be like Strike, Strike, Defend. We got a Sneaky Strike, a Backstab, and a Poison Stab. Really would have liked some skills that apply poison, you know, to go with that burst. But, you know what I mean? Right? Mm-hmm. Solid incoming damage prevention right there. Yeah, that skill looks a little bit sad. The extra energy would have been nice for it. Oh well, though. Oh well. Liquid Bronze as well as another Backstab. Yeah, right. I do like Backstabs. Clockwork Souvenir. Start each combat with 1 artifact. I'm a huge fan, frankly. We'll take a Well-Laid Plants, which is going to allow us to hold the bursts for the right time. Preserved Insect. Enemies in elite combats have 25% less HP. Spicy and exciting right there. Sneaky Strike is probably the least powerful card in this entire deck, being 2 for 14. It's underwhelming, unless you get to play it for free, and we don't discard enough cards to play it for free. It's just extremely underwhelming. Oh no. Just short. I'm not going to play Piercing Wail here. I want the extra draw this turn so that I can find as many defensive cards as I possibly can. And that'll get that done. There we go. Beautiful. Liquid Bronze. Ooh, a second Liquid Bronze in this deck, though. certain elites are just going to be completely trounced by the 2 liquid bronze and bronze scales. I fear that I should probably rest in this position, just because this could be slavers. It's not. It's the Book of Stabbing. It's exactly what I was hoping for. It's not champ at the end. No, it's automaton. Okay. I'd love to say those save those liquid bronzes for the absolute end of the game, but no. For obvious reasons, I'd like to use them earlier rather than later. Also, at the end of the game, what I'm actually going to want is a card that can help us with respect to having an artifact as we go into battle, right? So any card that is any potion that is a temporary buff. So the speed potion or the steroid potion, which are gain 5 dex, gain 5 speed respectively, and lose them at the end of the turn. We won't lose those at the end of the turn because of the Clockwork Souvenir. It's a primary reason to pick up. Primary reason to pick it up there. I'm upgrading the other backstab just so that I have an easier time on the floor fights. I don't want to dodge that elite this turn, this floor, because I don't want to have to fight the powered up elite next floor, but I think I'd die if I do it here. Bag preparation? Damn. Okay, so we draw 9 cards in our opening turn, and then we get to just shuffle them if we want. Remove all strikes, obtain 5 bites. Lose 30% of your max HP. Yep, I'm doing it. Why am I doing it? Because I think we're probably already dead, so I'm starting to take more and more risks to try and save this run. So I think we needed a lot more than we've gotten so far. Well, we'll see how this goes. I cannot count. That's okay. I'm just gonna bite the ever-loving heck out of this cultist here. Try and pick that HP back up. Beautiful. Hell yeah. Back on full HP. Ancient Potion, probably don't need it. Another Footwork, more than happy to have it. It's our obvious next upgrade. 2 Footworks in the deck. Like, literally, this is the deck where poison is insane. It just doesn't want to turn up at all. And that's fine. You know, I get it. I get it. I mean, I'm mad about it, and I'm sad about it, and I'm really, really mad about it. But I get it, you know. I'm cool. I get it. I'm hip. I'm with it. Sorry, it's not hip or with it to say either of those things? Alright, fair enough. I'll keep that in mind for later. Sweet. Bye-bye, Snake Plant. Having a good fight against a Snake Plant is really nice. Not something that happens that often. We've got a Predator pre-upgraded as well. That burst is doing absolutely nothing for us right now, and I'm really saddened by it. I was very much hoping that I would pick up poison this floor, and we've literally got poison stab, and that was last floor. Like, that's all we've had access to. I'm going to take the extra draw here. Because obviously I'm looking for... not that. Alright, there goes all of the artifacting on the Bronze Automaton, so that is literally just so that I can set up for weakening the Bronze Automaton later. There goes my weaken effect. Oh, and there goes my footwork. Yay! It's like we're losing all of the things that I want. Oh, does this sound like laughing? It's crying. We'll save the Piercing Wail again for another multi-attack turn. Yeah. Pretty effective on this turn, I'd say. I actually kind of think that I should accept the damage that's incoming here. So it's 10, but getting to play that Predator is going to set us up a lot better for killing this orb. Hey, we killed the orb, finally. Pretty much the best I could do that turn, unfortunately. Yeah, this is gonna be rough. Oh, yikes. Alright, there's the footwork. We're being attacked this turn for 30. Cool. So I get to play the footwork this turn. I'll hold on to burst, and then next turn I'll burst leg sweep. So I've just got to play 2 cards this turn. Okay. Pretty hopeful that we get the leg sweep. Yeah, thankfully the bottom card of the deck was not leg sweep. So we now burst that leg sweep. Hey, we're actually in a good position. I don't do any damage. I would only heal 3 to play the bite right now. But I'd rather get the extra draw next turn. Although it feels like I'm definitely dead to the 52 incoming, right? No, I'm not. I can protect myself from 40. I mean, I could just Survivor, defense, a 28, 39? No, bursting the leg sweep is still the best defense that I can get here, right? Burst Survivor for 28, and then play a defend for 42? Okay. A slightly better result reveals itself. It's going to be incredibly important that I bite the ever-loving heck out of the Bronze Automaton here. Just because I'm going to need the extra HP. 24. All right. I can burst the Survivor and play another defend. That's the absolute most defense that I have access to this turn, so... may as well play it. Good thing I healed up in the previous turns, eh? And we're almost certainly dead here. Yeah. You can get 34 maximum. And definitely can't reach for lethal at all. I really wanted poison there. And the game was like, but what about no, though? What about an extreme no on that? You can have 2 possible copies of Envenom that wouldn't fit your deck at the time. And a poison stab from an astrolabe. I also really would have liked extra energy, but that's a hard no on that one as well. The extra energy would have been particularly important so that I can burst burst 2 cards rather than bursting a leg sweep. Obviously, I would have to upgrade the burst, but burst, leg sweep, and then like bursting a defend as well, specifically with those 2 footworks, would have put us in an amazing position. It's just unfortunate that we could not, for the life of us, get an energy relic worth taking this episode, but that's okay. I mean, it's not, but it's okay. Ish. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves regardless. My name has been Rhapsody, the name of the game has been Slay the Spire, and hopefully we'll see you next time.